you just done?
Mercifully, someone hit the skip cutscene button.
What are you guys doing down there? You're taking an awfully long time.
We're done now. We should
10 hit points.
head and meet with Matthias. He wanted to meet with us after he had time to look into things we had already discussed with him.
Good. Oh, do you want to know the information that I so desperately tried to share with you in the first place anyway?
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
yes, alright.
Fine. Well, if you're interested, there appears to be another House Aether foundry in the Dragon's Bowl up near the city of Uruk. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pinpoint where exactly it is, but I have heard legend that there is a mighty druid that makes his home in the Dragon's Bowl, the druid Inola. I'm sure that if there's a old foundry of some kind there, he must know where it is.
Can I
I
do?
history check.
Yeah,
Dragon's Bowl.
Sure.
I want to do history check on the druid, or maybe I could do something else. for
Can I make a check too, since it's Uruk based?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give me a history check.
Okay. Yeah, 12. Unless I get a bonus for being from Uruk.
17?
Yes. You know certainly that the Dragon's Bowl is the name of a mountain range that basically divides Uruk from the city-states to the east. It's this massive range that is supposedly enclosing this fertile valley of some kind, but very few people have ever been, and certainly no one that you know has ever come back.
Rumored to house dragons?
Oh, not necessarily home to dragons, but named for the dragon itself, because what greater creature could take ownership of such a ridiculous formation?
What was the sorcerer's name? Ithis?
What?
What was the sorcerer's name?
Druid. Inola. Druid Inola.
Druid.
Yeah.
What is the significance of him again?
Supposedly he lives there.
That could help us find the foundry. And what
Let me
do you...
see if there's a better description that I'm comfortable sharing.
Alright. And what would you want us to retrieve from this particular foundry?
Oh, the foundry would probably have another schema, like the one that you found down in Undertire. Perhaps even the evidence of the other House Aether locations.
I see. Interesting.
House Aether, remember, is the long-lost merchant house that actually made and traded magical items.
Oh, believe me, I haven't forgotten.
This means the DM.
But
I'm pretty sure that Herbie has not forgotten.
Well, Antoria definitely would not have forgotten something like that.
No, I guess not. A rumbled range of low mountains and highlands in the stony plains between Ram and Uruk conceals a natural marvel, the Dragon's Bowl, a great cliff-walled crater more than 70 miles wide. The view from its rim is awe-inspiring, and nothing else in the entire region matches its size and scope. The Dragon's Bowl is an obstacle akin to the Ringing Mountains, sheer cliffs between 1,000 and 2,000 feet in height isolate its floor from the world outside. Only a handful of precarious trails descend the cliffs. The site takes its name from legends describing how the dragon tore free from the world and left the deep crater to mark its birth.
Alright. It does sound very interesting. We will certainly discuss it, but we should head back to Matthias for now. And
Certainly, this is far more urgent.
Agreed. Alright, I will start leading us back there, taking another roundabout path.
Very well. The Elven Market is pretty close to the Warrens, so maybe only one check needed to really...
Okay. That is a 24.
Okay. You managed to make your way there with relative ease. About another half hour later, it's about maybe 8:30 or 9 or so, and you arrive at the temple.
Okay, I will go cautiously check the front for traps.
Very well.
Investigation, I guess?
Yes.
Okay. 14.
You don't find any traps.
Alright, I will cautiously step about 10 feet inside the corridor.
Okay. You're
Then
inside the corridor.
Alright, I will now stop and cast Detect Magic.
Lois, are you just casting a spell?
Yes.
I will wait. I will
Received
wait.
me.
I will wait and cast Detect Magic now that hopefully no one outside could see me.
Okay.
And once Detect Magic's up, do I see anything in the immediate corridor?
It looks like the magical detection spells seem to be back in order, but it doesn't seem like they're waiting for your presence.
Okay, so they're safe to go
Yes.
through still? Okay, then I will cautiously proceed through them.
Okay.
And head into the tree room if nothing interesting pops up.
We're all following you, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no
I assume you're literally like an inch behind him.
Yeah.
Party formation.
Scooby Doo.
You seem a little jittery, Antoria. That bar fight get you down?
Not the bar fight. It's not worth explaining.
Matthias is sitting, apparently having stayed up all night in the room, staring up at the tree.
Lo, is it safe to enter?
Oh. Yes, I suppose it is. As safe as anywhere.
Alright, then without worrying too much about further traps, he'll go ahead and walk into the main room.
He regards you with a very, very sad look.
Oh. Well, I have bad news, and well, I suppose it's just bad news. There's no way of getting around it. I'm afraid. Oh, well, you very recently fought a being of great power. I don't know if you know anything about liches, but have you ever heard of a phylactery?
Yes, indeed we have.
What are we?
A phylactery, it's like a kindergarten, but different.
If I remember right, I failed my Arcana check to know about those, so I haven't heard of one.
I think that's true.
Yes. I rolled like a 23 or something,
but Barrett
too.
knows what...
I rolled
I don't
pretty darn...
remember.
I thought you just said that you did.
I rolled a pretty darn high one.
I thought we... Well, I don't remember if I tried or not.
Okay.
I specifically asked about it and rolled like a 23 and was told I didn't know.
Okay.
So I assume it's at least a 24 to know. No.
You can try again.
Oh, alright.
It's not often that you're prompted for phylactery-related knowledge.
That time I got a, 12.
14.
No.
I thought we did, because I thought we... I guess maybe not then.
Nope. Oh.
No!
Sounds
Please tell us more.
That sounds powerful.
It is. It has many syllables.
I'm gonna turn to Antoria. We must acquire this immediately.
Oh.
Victoria kind of looks a little pale and says, if I'm understanding what hasn't been said yet properly, we
think-
already have.
Yes. Liches will preserve their life force through usually an item or a curio of some sort. It seems that Yarnath has preserved himself in something more insidious, a sigil. It lives in your mind.
I see.
Yes.
Wait, does that mean that he's a lich?
Not yet, I don't think.
It doesn't mean that, no. I'm sorry, your question caught me off guard. I didn't respond with the proper intonation. It doesn't mean that, no, but it means that unless we find some way to destroy that symbol, Yarnath will return in due time.
So we have to kill Antoria.
Ordinarily, I'd say yes, but I'm not entirely certain that
I
will...
think this is your area of expertise. Antaria's been good. But you heard the man.
No,
I
hold
also
on.
heard
Let's
he
not do
wasn't
anything
finished
hasty,
speaking
guys.
yet. You were saying...
I thought we were gonna kill Antoria.
No.
Slightly kisses him on the neck. He just slides the dagger forward through his heart. Hush now, it'll be okay.
Thanks for coming over to my house, guys.
Things got weird.
Internet.
in
We
the
do
dark
this every
side of the night.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand, I regard you as a friend and a worthy upcoming member of the Veiled Alliance proper, but a lich returning, that is no small problem to be dealt with. And yes, I would say that, well, yes, he must die, or at least be sent very, very far away. But I don't think that will work in this case, as, well, if he dies, then that may just expedite the transformation. After all, what is a lich but a dead creature of death and dying and dead things and death? No. I do have a plan. I have an idea.
Alright.
There are powerful mind benders here in the world. There are some here in the city, but none quite up to the task, I think. But perhaps the members of the Order, the most powerful psionists in the world, outside of the Sorcerer Kings, might be able to help us.
What check to recognize the Order? Arcane or history, or just can't?
It's gonna be history.
Okay. Nope.
Anyone else can make a check for
I'm
that
guessing
if they're-
7 doesn't quite
My
cut
die
it.
are really terrible.
I rolled well, but I don't think he's knowledgeable. I don't think Marcus knows.
What, it's history?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't know.
18.
You've never heard of the Order before, but you've certainly heard of mindbenders, people that use the way, the psionic powers of the mind, the float objects and read minds, and even cut men's flesh open. A lot of people that have mind-bending skills use them as animal handlers. You can control the mind of an animal much more easily than the mind of a human, so a lot of them will steer merchant caravans and that sort of thing.
Yes, yes. Known to few, but I have a high enough history score that I am aware of their existence. And as it happens, one of them owes me a favor.
Excellent. Where does he dwell?
To the west, beyond the ringing mountains, beyond the great forest, they have a fortress. I will mark their place on the map. You must seek them out. I'll give you a sign that they will know me by.
All
And
right.
for your own sake, and for the sake of all of us, perhaps they can wipe this symbol from your mind, such that Yarnath may never return.
We cannot simply break the magic of it ourselves.
If reading it was simply enough to infuse it into your mind, I don't dare think what might be done tampering with it.
I understand.
I think maybe that using psionics might get around the arcane nature of whatever wards might protect such a thing.
That makes sense.
Well, we have another problem still, though, more immediate.
Problems.
Which is, what do we want to do about the shadow creatures in Slither? I don't think we can just leave them there. I think someone may eventually trigger them.
Someone get me up to speed on this. I missed out on this spot.
I did mention them when I was here last time.
Well, there was
before.
quite a commotion.
Yes. In effect,
I had
they were-
only just woken up.
In effect, they were bound.
I'm very fat.
In effect, they were bound there by Yarnath to
If I
guard
still look at
one of his towers. The tower has fallen and seems to have nothing in it, but I sense if they are ever attacked or the tower injured,
They're actually guarding a teleportation circle, which could go anywhere. Who knows?
potentially, but
Oh, even to the area of truth.
Yeah.
They must be defended.
regardless,
You
the
can go home,
creatures-
guys!
The
We can
creatures,
finally go
the
home.
creatures as a group seemed scarcely less powerful than Yarnath himself. We did not feel we could defeat them, but on the other hand, can we truly leave them where they are, just waiting for someone to come by?
Yes. I'll deal with them. I'll look into it. I assure you, I will not let this go unattended.
Okay.
Thank you. In that case, we probably should set off to the west then.
Oh, certainly.
Do you have any idea how long I have before this becomes more of a problem?
It's not every day I run into a lich phylactery, much less one in the form of a mental symbol that can't be erased from your mind except by a powerful mindbender.
Is there any purpose in taking the scroll with me, since it was originally where the symbol was bound?
I don't see why not.
Alright. Takes the
Who was
scroll.
this mindbender again?
Oh, his name is Gorgo.
Gorgo.
Yes.
Like that name.
And
Gorgonzola.
yes, all of the most powerful
Yogurt.
psionists are named after cheeses.
Exactly. Can't wait to make Swiss or
Careful now.
Havarti.
Do you actually know the name of the fortress?
And then there's the brothers Cheddar and Sharp Cheddar.
Okay.
I prefer Chipotle Gouda.
Colby Jack.
Are you just saying the names of cheeses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been for the last
Yeah. Brie. We'll just keep
Double
it going.
Gloucestershire.
I have it here somewhere. I'm sorry.
No
Gorgo.
worries. And what did he hand over that would identify us to his friend?
He is disappearing into his lab to grab that right now. As a
Ah.
matter of fact.
Okay.
Romalia looks very concerned. Yes, the legends of House Aether have rested for 1,000 years. I'm sure they're not going anywhere. You must
Indeed. This takes precedence over...
don't turn into a lich, please.
Yeah, I
That
don't
would
think
be
it'd be
very
good for
bad.
any of us.
Yes. I will do my best not to turn into a lich.
Thank you.
Well, you might as well
Okay.
return those things I let you borrow. They're hardly the problem at this point.
I give him back what he gave me.
Alright.
Does
I
Matthias
can
return?
cast damaging spells again.
Now, in Toria, what did we learn about
Toria's already giving you an ugly look and you haven't even finished
about
speaking yet.
reading,
About reading.
Kindergartens. Never read a kindergarten.
scrolls from dead liches?
If we never read it or looked at anything we found, you wouldn't have that scepter you love so much.
At least it didn't possess me.
It didn't possess you because I looked at it first. I take all the risks where these things are concerned. This was bound to happen at some point, although I admit this is a bit more dramatic than I was expecting.
At least we know where the phylactery is.
Is Matthias back? Did he return?
So, what of our, what of the council and our errands for them?
They have to wait.
Well,
Well, we did have gold that was going to be coming to us.
yeah, we need to
Who
figure
was
out
it that met with him? Was it you?
Yeah.
So, as a matter of fact,
Dragon Man or whatever.
remember the
Pterodactyl Man.
errand that the council intended to send you on actually takes you that same way.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I
we
was
haven't got our gold yet.
Well, no. I mean, you could go ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get the sense that might be the plan.
I thought they were just going to deliver it to us.
Just like
We have been
find you
kind
and,
of
like,
moving around a lot
Here.
the last 24 hours.
Just hand you a
Purposely
banknote.
covering our tracks and hiding from you.
No, they arranged to meet back with you at the Golden City.
Okay.
Or presumably they'll just hew off a chunk of the city and hand it to you.
before we go,
I've used the
though,
word hew like 3 times this
Yeah.
evening.
No,
before we
keep going.
leave,
Chortle.
the Veiled Alliance, I want to know like everything that they know about liches and this phylactery. If they told us everything they know, like
By they, you
Is-
mean Matthias.
Matthias, is the lich gonna? Is he gonna turn into a lich, or is he gonna just come back and materialize before us?
Alright.
Or
Matthias comes back and he hands you a small rod. It seems to be made of some sort of a weird blue stone.
Okay.
And up at the tip is this weird crystal that's shaped in the form of a thrycreen head.
Okay. Toria looks at it.
Looks pretty one of a kind.
This is definitely interesting. This is how he will know you?
Looks bad.
It's how he will know you.
Fair enough. I'll keep it safe.
Matthias, have you told us everything you know about liches and the phylactery? Because
You scroll through his dialogue options.
we may need to be prepared.
I apologize. I'm not eminently experienced in the ways of liches. I've never personally met one myself.
Do you at least know how he may perhaps come back? He won't come back through our friend here.
Anything is possible
Alright.
in dealing with powerful magics.
Very well, then I suppose before we depart, I would like to finish my initiation if that is still possible.
Ooh, yes. Tell you what, come back not as a lich, and we'll finish everything up.
As you will.
You can understand my skepticism.
If we must.
Indeed. Believe me, no one would like to have you as a member of the Alliance more than me. But exposing all of our secrets right before you transform into a being of incredible evil. I mean, I haven't even had breakfast yet today, and that seems like a bad idea.
I wasn't asking for all your secrets, but as you will.
Oh, what can you tell us about the journey there? Is there anything we should know about that?
Oh, the Ringing Mountains are not to be trifled with. There are many earthquakes and horrible beasts and ancient ruins, and then beyond that, the forest is filled with primordial monsters and cannibalistic halflings. Or so I hear. I've never met them.
I've heard rumors as well.
Yes.
Well, then the last thing I will ask of you, could I at least learn a few more spells from you before we go? If I come back as a lich, truly whatever spells I pick up here are no comparison to what I would have then.
Give me a check of some kind.
Arcane check, since I'm trying to debate it on the basis of a lich would have far greater power than anything I would learn. 16?
No. No.
As you wish.
Alright, well, I guess.
Toria turns and walks out at this point, actually. He's kind of done with this.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'm not actually in there anymore because that's like the end.
As you, since you've left the room, I'll turn to our friends and say, well, we probably should address the elephant in the room.
I have a name, thank you very much.
Look, if Antoria can be saved, I vote that we do it.
Yes, I agree, but in the case that he starts acting unusual, I think we need to be prepared to do what it takes to keep ourselves safe.
If his skin drops from his bones, I'll take action.
I believe we could at least, if he does start acting irrationally or this escalates, we could at least try to non-lethally render him
Now we want to
unconscious.
save a life.
Hey!
If he starts acting
I have
weird,
tried
like
to save many
not
lives.
slitting people's throats.
Yeah.
Or lighting them on fire in their beds.
Hey, my murder count is still lower than almost everyone
I
else's.
know.
I actually haven't
Especially after
killed
today.
anyone innocent yet.
You don't even have area effect spells. How could you kill innocent people?
Have you killed anyone?
Yes, he's killed them.
The
He
elves.
helped- no, not even just the elves. He helped with the tavern butchery when we were on our reconnaissance
that's
mission.
right.
See, I didn't
Yeah.
kill anybody. He
That's what I meant.
he took care of everybody. I was just sitting there.
You just immediately
and
went
spitting on
mode.
the elf.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
I actually tried to save people
Yes.
very early in the campaign when I was trying to save people during the city defense.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think you're the only person who hasn't like mass murdered at this point.
awful good pally over here.
Yeah.
You were actually doing surprisingly good until today with the fireballs in the crowded tavern thing. You actually
Yeah,
killed
part of
the
that
only
wasn't
people.
really my fault.
Oh no!
So, back
the
back
second
to
one might
Safis.
not have been. I don't know about.
Safis, I know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
now that we're done
Equal-
debating who's killed who and what,
Yeah.
Equal
Well-
thoughts on self-preservation. Are you willing to back me up on this?
For the longest time, I've only been out to look out for myself. But I say this to you now. I will go to my grave to protect that man.
I just kind of slowly step. It's like the bushes. I just kind of like.
Just over into the
I just get back into the shrubs.
You find the only shrubs left on Athos and you sink back into them. 5 years later, after much journeying, you find some shrubs to merge with.
well, at the very least, he's a valuable member and he contributes a lot to our safety
Squad.
and our squadness. Without 5, we won't be a squad anymore. We'll be a posse. The posse of truth.
That's absolutely correct.
That is
Oh,
absolutely
You
boy.
can't have
That's
a
how
squad
that
with
works.
only 4 people.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So, I would do my best in life and save him if possible. He adds quite a bit to our group.
Well,
Shame
I'm
on that
glad
group.
you guys are all in the same mindset as me.
As Athos goes.
Go say
Where are those
I
insight
think
checks?
I think we need to address the other elephant in the room. And that's
Probably looks deeply offended.
What are we? What are we gonna do about all the other people that we've?
what are we gonna do about Marvin?
Is that
That's
where
right, you're gone now. You're
Going around.
Everyone's just gonna talk
fireballing
shit
everybody and
until Marcus is the only one left in the room.
Is that really where you were going with it though, or did you mean something else?
I mean, sort of, but it wasn't. I wasn't really actually saying that.
Okay.
All right.
But no, I agree. We do need to figure out what we're going to do next because we have a lot of loose threads now that a lot of people that have requested aid of us and.
Well, we still have some gold that's due to us, so I can check in on that. Make sure that we get our money.
Right.
I did only request 800. That was supposed to be 200 per person, with the exception that someone was gonna die. And
Wait.
That was what
remember,
he said.
I said
Yeah, that's what he said.
200 per person, but I expect someone to die, so we'll. Just
Oh,
say
that's right. That's
800.
right. Yeah.
So maybe we just.
I thought
say-
you just meant in general, like, well, someone in the world's gonna die.
No.
So I'll take
Well,
So, like,
with our
maybe-
group, yes, someone will die.
I mean,
It's guaranteed.
maybe we
Maybe us,
just
maybe
take
someone
the
else.
gold and Antoria can fend for himself for the time being.
Well,
If you guys want to give him some of your money,
I
but I'm already.
don't care as
Marcus
much
just
about the
leaves the
money.
room.
Okay.
let's be on our way. We'll talk about this later at the kink or something when we're all together once again.
Alright.
Okay.
Victoria's
30
waiting.
seconds later, you're all together outside the temple.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Isn't Taria a lich yet?
no.
Yeah. Are you a lich?
No.
Do you feel lichy?
What would that even mean?
Do you feel a little undead and evil?
No.
You sure?
He's got like a progress bar above his head.
Okay.
Before we leave, we should probably sell all this junk we're carrying around. It's kind of heavy.
Alright.
That's
I guess
what a
we-
lich would say.
Oh man.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
want to start the selling process?
Sure. Is there anything on there that's not just like, this is what it's worth?
Actually,
Yes.
almost none of it has prices on it. We didn't do that at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you got?
We have a great axe from a scary monster that could fight with its head cut off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to have to print it up on another sheet. It'll be like 9 pages long.
No, that's fine. Most of this is just going to be worth what it's listed as on the page.
Yeah, a lot of it isn't stuff that would be listed though. Is the
30 gold.
30? Okay. And I'll assume these are the values we're getting unless you say otherwise.
Yeah.
Fair? Okay. Next, there's black leather armor that Marcus has. Do you wish to sell that?
You have it, right?
Well, it actually specifically
No,
says
I
on
was
this one
sorry.
Marcus has, yeah, because it's armor.
This
It's
is
the,
no need.
that's the one we got from the noble, right? Long time ago, right?
Yeah.
That we recovered from the lich.
Yeah.
It has no
Yeah.
bonuses or anything. It's just
Oh, from the manor that you
yeah, it's
burned
just
down.
fancy black leather armor.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
40 gold.
Okay. Next up, we have dark leather armor +1 that no one expressed interest in keeping. I believe this is dark +1 because of materials, not magic.
Yep. 20 gold.
20 for +1 armor. Wow. All right. Next up is chainmail made of chitin. Has no bonuses. It's just chainmail made of chitin.
40 gold.
Okay. We have some black scorpion scales from a scorpion that had odd abilities.
They look kind of old.
Oh, scorpion scales.
A couple of months old by this point.
Mm.
You get 20 gold for the lot.
Okay. We have a pristine Timbo pelt.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's right.
My handiwork there.
Are you guys taking like the day to like find like good deals for this kind of stuff?
Moderate deals, let's say.
Okay.
Unless someone protests. Like, not spending the entire day on this, but, you know, a reasonable... We go to, like, the right part of town, but we don't necessarily shop every single merchant in the right part of town.
35 gold.
Okay. Let's see. Next on the list is... well, we're not selling this, but it should probably be transferred to your sheet. The bronze armor that's +2 plate, but the wrong size.
Oh yeah, we gotta get
And-
that fixed. Maybe you should try and get that done too.
That's probably not going to be doable in a short amount of time. I mean, you're basically taking bronze armor and
Maybe it'll be
It's
ready when
something
we
we
get
should do
back.
before we leave
yeah,
on
you
our
should set it.
journey.
You should set it up, but it's probably not going to be done. But yeah, 3 small gems that did have a value of 10 gold each, so 30 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. you never know.
No, they're 100.
That actually covers everything, I think. So let me total up.
I'd like to try
I
and
have
find
some
somebody to work this bronze armor.
Okay.
5.
And I have some stuff that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
After we leave the
Yeah.
establishment, you linger back, and then
Yeah.
hey,
Pretty much. I have these have values attached to them, so I guess just make sure that you agree that I still get that. Ruby pendant, 65 gold. Silver ring,
bear
50 gold.
bling.
7 gems, 50 gold apiece.
Yeah, he got a good sleight of hand on those.
Yeah.
And then I also have, I don't have a value attached to this, a shiny yellow gem.
Oh, that's right.
8,000 gold.
See you bitches later.
2 cows.
That one is worth 25 gold.
Okay. And then I'd also like to find a weapons person or whatever and buy try and find a hand crossbow.
Well, remember, you want a crossbow, and I want a short bow.
Uh-huh.
And I've got a crossbow. And
Okay.
you've got a short bow.
Well, then there you go. Yeah, perfect.
Wow.
You got a crossbow and my short bow. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
So no one manages to peg you, but people are all a talk of the strange attack from the city gates the previous day and resulting commotion somewhere in the Elven district.
Okay. And at some point after all of this is set up, Antoria hands 43 gold to each person as their share of the goodies. He also, however, hands
Nukes us all with fireball because he's a lich.
no. He also hands an extra 20 gold to Marcus, claiming he's repaying the debt from earlier. And then he hands an extra 50 to Barrett, claiming he's repaying that debt from earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
You have a hand crossbow.
Any luck finding a
Yes, you find an armorer
It's a hand
who.
crossbow, right?
it's a
Light.
large crossbow?
Light crossbow, probably.
Oh, light crossbow, yeah. It was an elbow crossbow.
And then he hands
Not in here.
80 gold to Zathus, claiming it's repaying the debt from earlier. So that takes care of all of those.
So you have to wander a little bit into some of the
It would be
nicer.
the hand one.
Okay, that's all.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. You go to a pretty upstanding, expensive-looking smithy. It's not many places that actually work in metal. He offers to have it resized for you within 10 days, so 20 days, 10 days a week in dark sun. It's not 7 days. What a wacky world!
Yeah.
At a cost of 500 gold.
What do you say you rework that? And once you finish up here, you can have this dragonbone armor that I'm wearing right now.
Dragonbone. Are you rolling a check or something?
Sure. I don't. I got
Diplomacy,
I got
persuasion,
nothing.
I don't know.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm getting good.
Intimidate.
It's probably better to not roll. I'll probably do better if I don't roll. Actually, let's try it. What is that?
Unless you get a 1, you're not going to reduce his standing.
Okay, that's not a 1.
Okay. Don't trade in things with dragon in the name. Bad luck. I'm sure you could find someone else to take it off your hands, though.
Well, if you can't bring the price down lower, I can't do much with that. Alright. Thank you for your help then.
All right.
Take my leave.
Anything else? Anything going on?
Other than meeting with the merchants, I think we're done with town.
Marvin, are you jaunting around the marketplace?
So I didn't have to go to the king to get the money. You said they're gonna come to me.
No.
The exact
That's something
opposite,
you
actually.
said, but that, no one else has ever said that.
Alright, I'll go. I will
Oh no, here you
go
go. Crossbow
to
light is
the
here. Simple
place
range weapon.
where the king's place.
Sure.
It's good right
The
now.
Golden
That's
Tower.
the Golden Tower.
Victoria
Like
likes
place.
his light
Place is
crossbow.
There's a huge tower
better than-
on one side of the city.
Well, I'm sure
It's covered up by a couple of taverns right now,
That's why I
but-
wanted to get
Oh.
that.
It'd be amazing if rogues weren't good
I
at
think
crossbow.
so.
Okay,
Range
it's an unusual day, so the council is in
It says
session.
specifically hand crossbow.
I will
Oh,
wait my
maybe,
turn.
yeah.
All right.
for
Well,
the
hand aren't
council to
simple, so
address
it
My
might-
me.
crossbow is in the
Okay.
same
It just
category.
says
And
it's
then
simple
with,
weapons and a simple range weapon, so that would probably
An
work
era
too,
of
right?
pomp
Yeah, light crossbow
and
is on
Same category as
frustration.
shortbow, so.
Yeah.
I will explain to the council that they're many days late. Using my best noble voice, you are many days late with the payment as we agreed upon. We have already started on the task at hand, and still no payment. My companions and I, the Squad of Truth, maybe you've heard of us, is very displeased with
It is
the
a +1
attitude
also.
and
Is it
professionalism
shortbow
of this
Yeah,
council.
Are you giving me a roll of some kind? Or
Yes.
just relying on the strength of your...
Chastising roll.
Roll to
Because
chastise.
of that, Zathus will give you,
Alright, so basically, my argument is that we need more money because we had to spend some of our own up front, and thus the persuasion roll.
Okay.
22.
Rikus clears his throat. Well, you were here yesterday,
We work fast.
and you haven't left the city yet.
We've done a lot of.
I believe you were
prep work.
asked to come back in 3 days.
Listen, if we're gonna mince words here, that's fine.
Furthermore, there were reports of a squad of truth lighting the city gates on fire. Would you know
Hit the
anything about
gates.
that?
The Gates has seen him.
I did hear of a man in a bar that has
I'm gonna
supposedly.
get Brim up. He's gonna sell Brim down the river.
I thought you were going to say the werewolf did it or something.
He was going around the bar claiming that he was the one responsible.
What
Man.
bar? What bar was this?
It was the Sandy Snatch.
The Sandy's.
Are you sticking with the Sandy
I'm
Snatch?
sick of the Sandy Snatch.
Can you describe this fellow for me?
Yes, he was a very brutish man, a simpleton, one may say, for someone of such intellect as you and I, and the rest of.
I'm nothing like you.
Give me a persuasion check
Yes.
for all this, or bluff, I guess.
Okay,
Bluff,
deception.
bluff,
For the Sandy
given that you're
Snatch.
lying through your blue
Deception would
teeth.
be 18.
18.
Sorry, 20. Yes.
Come here.
What-
You gotta
Look at
it.
this.
You gotta look at it. Look at the natural 20.
Natural.
Rikus gestures to the guards. Send a troop down to the Sandy Snatch at once.
Natural 1.
Bring the culprit back. Yes, well.
I've lived in Tyr all my life. I've never heard of this.
I mean, and
Snatch.
you
But go get
imagine,
him.
you imagine what we just did for free. Imagine what we could do for just 1,000 more gold pieces.
Oh, we haven't given you the 800 we originally agreed
Well,
upon.
let's call it 1,000 each for 5 people. That would be
1,000 each.
5,000.
That's more than we. The
That
job
is-
was for 4,000.
That was, but
No one died.
listen, I just risked life and limb to get you that information, and we're late on the payment.
The Sandy Snatch sounds like a dangerous establishment. Also, the payment was scheduled for 2 days from now.
Yeah. If we're gonna get the money now, or are we not doing the job?
Let's see what you got.
All right.
We're gonna get the money.
Oh,
right
he's going with the
now,
big
or
one.
what?
I guess intimidate. Let's round out the trifecta with intimidation.
Sure, this guy's killed a dragon. Let's
Okay.
see what you got.
Ooh.
17.
25.
Oh!
I've killed 2 dragons.
I killed a lich.
Yeah,
And a
man.
giant undead skeleton dinosaur thing.
And a skeleton minotaur.
And a dragon. We actually killed a dragon too.
800
Yeah, we
gold.
have.
that was the dragon.
Yeah.
We can get you the agreed upon payment today.
Okay.
It's up to you to convince Telak Goldeye to leave earlier than scheduled.
Technically, he killed Slither
Alright,
as well.
well,
From what I understand, he's in the merchant district seeing to his affairs.
We're no slouches ourselves.
Okay, we'll pick up the money.
Okay.
The 800 gold. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
we will come back with. You had some sort of job for us. Well, I'm sure we'll take care of that.
Have to go watch the old episode to
Yeah.
find out what it
It
was.
is something
We're gonna
about-
escort the people.
Yeah, we're escorting
Escort the
people.
lizard.
We,
Yes.
Yeah,
Were we all together doing
Terrans.
this, or-
Yes,
I
the
think
Terrans.
This
yeah.
I think
is-
he's.
This is while you guys are in the merchant
Separate,
district.
yeah.
Yeah, this is while we're doing our selling stuff.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Talek. But where I wasn't talking to Talek, was I?
No.
Yeah, you're talking
Yeah,
to like
that
the
guy.
council.
Talek is the leader of the Terrans.
That is correct.
Yeah. I think you're talking to like the rather fightery
Yeah.
council dude, right?
Right.
yeah.
Former gladiator.
Yeah. The fightery guy. I didn't meet him.
Rikus?
I don't know.
He is fightery.
Rikus was his name.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
I probably should have called him.
Sounds a bit like Sean Bean.
Yeah.
That means he's gonna die.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah.
True.
Right.
Alright,
This is
so
going
I've
at
got
my
my money,
Okay.
and
I assume you're skipping town.
Just
I
by
know, he made a
himself.
point of mentioning before that he's not like Zathos.
And that's when the Squad of Truth became the Posse of Truth.
Yeah.
After he got all the money.
Wow.
not that much money.
He doesn't care about money. He cares about power. So
Yeah,
That's right.
not,
Yeah.
you
That's
know.
right. So he goes to the power store.
Yeah.
I'll take all the power you got.
How much power can 800 gold give me?
Alright, so I come back and I give you guys all, what is it, 166 I think I said?
Just 160.
160?
Yep.
I give you guys all 160, and I kind of, I divvy it up and I pause before giving it to Antoria and I look at him. You've got a lot of good friends here, is all I gotta say. And I kind of shove it in his hand. And
Don't go getting all litchy on me.
I'd like to make a statement to the group and say,
do we get hit
if
points
I
for
can
this?
get, yeah, maybe that could be part of the deal. No. If you guys could see it to share 120 amongst all yourselves, I could craft this armor at that merchant over there and I could try and work him down a better deal than that. Not you, shit.
I just wrote my new total, and I gotta erase it and rewrite. Oh.
Literacy is illegal.
Not in this city.
Come with us.
Oh,
No,
man.
not in Tyre. Tyre is
Then I
legal.
go to jail.
No.
What jail can
How
hold a
much did you say
druid?
you need?
120 total between all of you.
A zoo.
So 30 each?
I
It
remember
would
the help
still
you
have
gave me
difficulty,
earlier.
probably.
It's recent in my mind. And Tori actually hands you 120. He doesn't even hesitate.
I'll hand you the gold as well.
Well, I don't think he
He
needs
doesn't
Wow.
need extra gold.
Yeah, and Tori already
No, you
He's
misunderstood.
doing
That's fine.
He's doing a Kickstarter for I mean, you signed
I
up.
thought he wanted 120 from all of us.
No, he
What's
wanted
the
to
stretch
drink
goal
cold.
here?
Yes,
You get
yeah,
some
exactly.
frills,
Stretch
some
goal.
frills.
Yeah.
on
Quite literally a stretch goal
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
stretching out of the armor.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
I will
pretty
need it
good.
back at some point, but probably not anytime soon. The only source I had of instruction seems to not have any interest in providing at the moment. Kind of grumbles and looks a little in the direction of the tree.
Very well. I'd like to return to the merchant.
Would you like me to come with you?
Sure.
Okay.
Have
You're
you
useful when talking.
have you reconsidered?
I'll give you 400 and the dragon bow and armor.
Can you give me a check of some kind? Don't you have some inspiration or something like that?
I do have inspiration, that's right. Sure.
Didn't you
Let's
bring
use
a
that.
friend though?
I did bring a friend, but I
Well,
made a
he brought
statement,
Marvin.
so.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, jeez.
14.
Deal.
Wow.
Alright. Then I will hand him 400 gold and
All right.
you get the armor when I get my
Marvin
armor.
went to
Alright.
watch.
Obviously.
All right. So he takes the
Hand him
bronze armor. Be ready in 20 days. Timer
210.
lights up over his head.
This little.
Goes through his at-work animation. Thing.
You need a calendar. You can have a little suit of armor for when that's done. A little skull for like I turn into a lich.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'd imagine it's sort of like an advent calendar where every day we get to open up a new like
Like a little window.
Yeah.
Today we got exposed arm bones.
Well, thanks for coming with, even though
Hey,
your inspiring presence helps me out there.
You did good.
Thank you.
I don't care what Zay says about you.
What does he say about me?
Doesn't matter.
Alright, then I don't either.
Marvin, to Telek actually spots you across the market.
I don't matter.
Well, hey, fella.
I'll slap him on the back
I don't matter
and
either.
say, "Oh, it's so good to see you. We're actually on our way out."
Oh, bit early, isn't it?
It is, but you know, you guys are important to us.
Oh, I'd say.
Top tier clients, I'd say.
Oh, the toppest. Bit of a commotion here in town, anyway. Might be best to get scarce.
Yeah, I think
We've been trying to wrap up our affairs.
Yeah, I heard something about some fire something happening.
Oh yeah, down at the Sandy Snatch.
Yeah.
A lot of trouble that place.
Yeah.
Steer clear.
I mean, it just
Where is it again?
Just the name alone sounds like a a very unpleasant situation.
Aw.
Anyway, we should probably get going.
Probably. When do you guys want to leave? We'll still need a couple hours to wrap things up, but I suppose we can get going as early as tomorrow morning.
What do you think about going maybe a little earlier than that? Maybe try to do a persuasion.
Hot shots, eh? Hot
persuasion
shots.
here. It's
Go
like,
for it.
Listen, we know that the weather's going to be quite bad out there, and we want to get the jump on
Yeah, it's
it.
gonna be sunny all day, every day.
Well, I mean, this is probably the best time to roll terribly. 10.
Yeah. Even that's not right bad.
Well, weather's one thing, but when else am I going to get a chance to turn a profit in a grand city like this? Gotta get while the getting's good. Tell you what, we'll offload as many goods as we can and we'll leave first thing in the morning, right before sun comes up.
That sounds great. Maybe we should meet out the gate then.
And,
And,
What's left of it?
break of dawn?
Sure, let's meet at the southern gate. I hear there's fewer fireballs down there.
That sounds
There would
good.
be until we get there.
Wonderful. See you there.
Tarek, it's a pleasure doing business with you, and I'm
And
very
you.
glad that the squad of truth. That's a firm handshake you got there. I'm very glad that the squad of truth can be of service to such a fine race of people.
Well, certainly. I hope we prove as impressive as we seem. See you there, hour before sunrise.
Yes.
Yes. Waddles off to continue his sales.
Okay.
Anything else you guys want to get done in the
Yes.
Well, not in the city. No, it can wait till the very end. It's
All right.
boring. I
A couple
promise.
things I want to do actually. Do we know where Kirkata is?
city? Ah.
There he is!
You have not seen him since before the Battle of Slither, as a matter of fact.
Okay, he isn't like giving us any contact info or anything.
He's
right?
not. At
Well,
the
he's friends
NPC
with the
base.
Veiled Alliance people.
Oh.
He'd have to get here pretty quick if he's not already here, though.
You can fly.
Yeah, true. But can we fly the message to him?
I can. Actually,
Oh, you got to speak with pugs.
we can do a couple things. Let me see what level that was again. Actually, we're gonna rest anyway, so.
Where are we?
Since I don't know where he is, I'm gonna cast 2 spells. Actually,
Straight out in the street.
not street. No, I guess not.
Just beanstalk.
Well, it's druidy things. Actually, I need an animal first. I can't just. Oh, I'd have to.
Well, you could just buy an animal. You're in the market.
Is the first spell detect locate creature?
Oh wow.
No, I have a couple. I can. Hold on.
How did I not get this?
I have Animal
I don't know.
Messenger, which requires a tiny beast.
Yep.
But I also have Conjure Animals or other spells I could probably use to do
So
that.
conjure animal has a duration, though.
Oh, that's
It's not
true.
going to get there in
That's
time.
I had another one. I
It'll
thought.
royally run that way for an hour, but then
Yeah.
it's going to vanish and not... You just
It's
need
like
to
a little
find-
muskrat or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you just need to
Fox
find...
him.
Yeah, maybe I'll just go to the market district and try and buy like 2 pigeons or something. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
probably.
it
You
covers-
turn to your left and there's just a little stall.
Oh. Greetings. You selling pigeons?
There's no such thing as pigeons.
You selling Dark Sun animal here that is equivalent
Wow.
to pigeon?
Let me help
I don't
you.
know.
So someone wants to keep coming over.
Let me
He has
help you out,
mostly
Bill.
like small bugs and reptiles and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When flying, like a little mini pterodactyl maybe or something like that, or a
Kestrel.
little.
Kestrel?
Went all over the
Kestrel.
place.
Not this place, but you imagine you might be able to find somewhere that sells kestrels.
All right. Well, I'd like to find that place then.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
PetSmart. Dark Sun franchise.
Yeah.
Investigation is
If it's venomous or otherwise
16.
horrible, behold.
16. It's sort of not in either the Merchant District or the Warrens. It's sort of near both. It's kind of a shadier looking kind of pet store, but you managed to find someone that'll give you one for a couple of silver.
all right. I need 2
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
So I'll
Gives
buy
them
2.
to you for 6 silver.
All right. Bought.
You want a cage for those?
No, I don't think I'll need
We're
a
just
cage.
gonna eat them after they're done.
Remember, it takes 10 minutes to cast a ritual.
Alright, so you're holding each one in each hand.
Fine. Yes, I'll have a cage for them.
Alright, 20 gold.
Good time.
He seems to make most of his money from cages.
No, I don't need a cage. I'll hold on to the 2 of them. And
For 20
do you want me
minutes
to?
while you're casting ritual.
Should I do animal handling? I have pretty high score on that
Yeah, you
actually.
might need to.
Well, animal handling is
It's
just
like,
like
mounts and stuff.
It's
Yeah.
to keep them tame and stuff, right?
But that's
yeah.
not.
I assume you're just holding it.
Oh yeah. Just holding the 2
Well,
birds.
I don't know. What are you doing with these things?
I'm
Yeah.
holding the birds for now.
It could be an
I
unruly
don't think I
bird.
have any of those.
Um,
I don't think they think.
One of them pecks at your face.
that's what the animal handling roll is for.
No, it's for mounts and stuff. These aren't even remotely domesticated.
Animal handling also like helps with.
You can give me an animal handling roll
Yeah,
to
sure.
try and calm
I
them
did.
down.
It's a 20. That's what
Oh.
I just rolled.
Okay.
Anyway.
One of them pecks at your face. You take a point of damage.
By the way, you have to make concentration checks if you're damaged while doing a ritual.
Very well.
It's never come up before. You usually don't use them in combat.
Are you damaged at all?
You took 1 damage, yeah.
Alright.
That's a
I'm gonna put them in a pouch for now. A large enough pouch to hold both of them safely so they don't get hurt or anything.
Okay,
Put them in a small tent.
give me a dex check. Wait a minute. First of all, how are you going to get 1 into it if you have both of your hands occupied? Do you have a friend that is going to hold the pouch open?
Animal handling?
That doesn't grow an extra arm.
You could even make them stop pecking you on a 20 when you're just holding them. This is like trying to put a cat in a bag.
Get
It's
them
probably
both
gonna
in one
freak.
hand.
Give me an animal handling check.
Yeah, so
Like,
there's the bird
like chickens.
pass, which I think
But pretty good.
Oh, I was gonna
24.
get or whatever because it comes with
Okay.
1,000 ball pass.
Okay. Can I get them in a bag for now?
Give me a dex check.
I just didn't have the caltrops, but yeah.
11.
You managed to shove both of them into a bag roughly.
Okay.
I assume you cinch it closed as
Yes.
quickly as you're able.
Birds get quiet in the dark, though, usually.
Alright, you now have a luggage full of vultures.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna take it back to the tavern so I can perform the ritual in quiet, or at least in a tavern where no one else will see in my room.
They
in our
try and
room.
nip your legs through the bag, but they don't seem to manage to get through.
Okay.
So wait, you're going where? To the tower?
to the
King
tavern.
lives?
No, to the tavern for now,
Okay.
where our room is, so I can do that in privacy.
Okay.
Since we have a room there. I'm gonna go to the room and I'm gonna perform the ritual, do animal messenger, and try to remember who the second person was I was gonna message now because it's totally out of my mind. First animal messenger is going to Kirkata to tell him that we're gonna be going to the Ringing Mountains. We could use whatever help or whatever aid he could give us, and we plan to leave by daybreak.
Okay.
And the animal, then I'll let fly.
Yeah, and
it'll deliver
according
the
to that
message.
spell, it will travel, since it's flying, per hour for 24
And
hours.
it lasts 24 hours.
Okay.
So
I think it's 50 miles
I assume
per
you
hour.
don't want the other one to get out of the bag.
no.
Give me an animal handling.
At least
I
I'm
have worked with big birds. It is not easy.
No, they're...
Oh, 21.
21. You managed to keep it in the bag.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 50 miles per the entire 24 hours, so if it's more than 50 miles away, it won't reach the destination.
But the other one manages to nip your finger. You take 2 points of damage.
See, this is the kind of thing that's really handy to have a magical shield that absorbs...
I'm a
smoke.
druid. I'm supposed to be good with animals. It's the thing I do.
And yet,
And yeah,
And yet,
so good with animals, you didn't even buy a cage.
All right. Anyway, who's the second message for? Fuck.
Me.
your dad?
Oh, the elder?
No.
I assume was
the
it
druid?
someone in town?
The
right?
Lich.
Nolan? Oh, Druid Nolan?
He was much more than 50 miles
No, it wasn't that druid.
Nolan Ryan. Bo
Someone in the
Jackson.
gladiator ring.
Kevin Bacon.
No, Bo already knows.
Did you meet with anyone about a mission?
Bo knows druids.
Yes, that's who the second one is for. Okay. First I need to ask you guys about that guy we talked to who wanted to take us to the map area or something. He had a map for us that had been
It
lost.
was near York.
The thieves. He wanted us to deal with a band of thieves
yeah,
that
that's
stole
what I
the
was
map.
gonna ask you guys about that. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember that guy's name, but it was House Borden.
Okay.
The,
He wanted us to go
The drunk
to
guy, or-
Theros, I think. or something.
Theros Warden, that's correct.
Yeah.
Theros, okay, yeah,
The
Theros.
nervous
Warden.
little guy. Only
Nervous
Zathas,
guy.
Is
only
that his
Zathas
name?
met with him, yeah.
Okay. Second animal messenger I'm going to send to him, telling him that some urgent business came up with the council,
Oh.
so we won't be able to.
Never mind, I'm not there.
That's fine.
What?
Go ahead.
do you think?
You guys
Nothing.
did
Do
your
your
job?
thing.
Go. I didn't say anything.
Okay. This is a message from the Squad of Truth.
Do we have like a sigil or something?
I think it's a terrifying bird.
I think it's just like places on fire.
This is from the Squad of Truth, Druid. Do not be alarmed that this bird is talking to you. We have pressing business that we must attend to. We can't attend to your business yet, but we will try and get back to you when we return from the Ringing Mountains, where we are on urgent business
This animal message or animal email?
with the council. It's a pretty long message.
Thank you for
What
your
does your
time,
signature look
and
like?
Jesus.
Thank you for time and considering the Squad of Truth for all of your adventuring needs.
That way we don't have to go there ourselves.
You also speak a message of up to 25
25 words. I think
you
I
blew
got
past
it.
25.
Yeah, I want to hear it again.
He's like,
Or it's gonna just
the
gonna get
answering
clipped
machine
off.
cut off halfway
This is
through.
the Druid of the Squad of Truth. Do not be alarmed. We can't do your mission now.
19 so far.
Urgent task from the council.
Okay. 22.
All right.
This is like the original Twitter.
Yeah. For those that want to know, when the messenger arrives, it delivers his message to the creature that he's described, replicating the sound of his own voice. So the bird is literally just going to sit there and his voice is just going to
like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Like in the Flintstones.
Now, granted, this particular character he knows can turn into a bear, so maybe he'll think like, oh, he's turned into a bird or something like that.
And then the bird flies off at the end of the message.
Oh, it's going to gouge his eyes out.
It's actually going to
We've
self-destruct.
killed him. Good job.
Yes!
It's going to self-destruct in 5 seconds.
I finally get a number added to my kill count.
Your first one, really.
Yeah.
Other than your attempted... You wanted to murder people before.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do in tie? Yes.
Boring thing.
Yes.
Last thing. Study the spellbook that I only got a brief glimpse of before.
Yes.
You said there were other things in it, but I would need more time to look at them.
Yes.
Other
Let's do that
lich
between
things.
sessions.
Do that between sessions? Got it.
I
Yeah.
went to the store and bought 10 flasks of oil.
Sounds about right.
Buying things?
Oh yeah, and I'll also go
Like
get rations and
adventuring
preparations for our long
materials?
day.
Oh, someone's buying stuff for traveling. That's correct. That's correct. So, we are finally at long last leaving a center of civilization. Like I said that we might when you guys
Half
were
an
out
hour
in the
ago.
desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we interested in doing any kind of like a survival mechanic of like you're gone from the city for this long, so each day you lose like
That's it.
a ration or no, not that. But if you run out of rations, then you would start
so
to take levels
rations
of
are so
exhaustion. or
cheap.
something.
Well, actually,
But-
we could scrounge for food, right?
You could
I'm
absolutely
pretty-
refill it in certain
So
ways.
one
Good
day
with
of
that.
rations is 5 silver
I'm not
pieces.
concerned about the cost at all. This shouldn't
Oh.
impact your funds or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you can only reasonably carry a certain amount if you don't have a mount or something like that to
Right.
bring it with you. So I would have to work out what the totals are and then vet them with you through the group or something like that. Are we interested in doing something like that, or is that just overcomplicating things?
I'm fine with it.
I think it's kind of cool given that survival isn't a thing you worry about that much in this kind of a thing.
Sure.
And I think we could do kind of a cool
Oregon Trail. Here we go.
I don't like that.
You got dysentery.
Since at least initially we're traveling with a caravan, there should be a kind of good newbie introduction to this mechanic.
Oh, sure,
'Cause, I mean, that's
absolutely.
like the most ideal condition to be traveling in if you have to travel, is you're going out with a large group of people with...
Well, there's not a large group of them.
Oh.
I
And
mean, yeah,
you're
it's
the
like
primary
us and, like,
bodyguards.
5 of them.
But
or
they have,
something
like,
like
mounts
that.
and, I assume, some kind of... Maybe... Do they even have wagons or something? I mean,
I'm
they're
sure
merchants.
We'll establish that at the
Okay.
beginning of the next session.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure they do.
But if no one else has anything else they want to do in this city, I'll say let's go ahead
Are
and break.
we?
Sure.
Are we going to another city?
You're
We're gonna go through the Ringing Mountains.
you're going to their home,
Right.
and part of your mission actually was to establish like, okay, well maybe we can get like a trade route going or something like
Right.
that.
So I was actually going to ask on page 157. They have trade goods
Oh,
and like.
I think that Telak would probably manage most of that
Okay.
because he's literally a trader. He's betrayed
Well, I guess
betrayed his
it's
people.
more
I
of
doubt the
a.
wagon's gonna have any room for
Hey,
any
can
of
we
our stuff.
buy some stuff and
Trader.
sell them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the joke. You could certainly.
Or is that?
That might be overkill.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
given you're loading up for bodyguards type stuff.
Right.
If you wanted to bring trade goods, you probably have to rent or buy
Because I could afford
amount of your
a pound
own.
of platinum.
You'd have to find it.
Good luck with that.
Right.
You have half a day, go.
I don't think that where you're going is going to be richer than what Tyre is, so I don't know that you'd make money going that way. But you might want to stock up on trade goods when you're there because you're in like an exotic
Right.
Terran town and bring that stuff back to Tyre. And
You'd
go,
want
look
trade
at all
goods
these
they wouldn't have.
And-
tribal masks
Yeah, yeah.
and trinkets and pounds of platinum that I brought back with me.
Not created in little Terran sweatshops.
Well,
Exactly.
actually, you could try.
They're
And,
organic.
you could try and bring goods from tier to there that you would expect them to not have.
Fireball.
But again,
resistance.
but again, the merchants we're with are gonna know way better than us.
Yeah,
they probably have all that stuff already packed on their
Yeah.
wagons.
I guess I do have one tiny thing. How much to buy one charge of a healing kit? Want to call it 5 silver and be done?
Sure.
That's probably way too much anyway,
Why not?
but I don't want to look up
Yeah, I
something
need
that
to.
minor.
I need to recharge mine too. Actually.
Right.
Okay.
Well, can I recharge mine? Because we did the special
You
gathering.
can recharge normal charges, not the +1 charges.
Okay.
And then the only other question
I'm gonna
is,
leave it
since
if
we're
it's
doing the
done.
spellbook stuff between session, would I have an opportunity to learn those spells if I can learn them in the time that we have?
Yeah, it's only like mid-afternoon.
Okay.
At the time that
Cool.
you guys
We'll
are
take care
out.
of all that between sessions.
Yeah,
then.
book
Cool.
upping. Cool.
Do we level up?
No.
Yeah, we weren't really that.
No.
We weren't really that close
We're
even
close
before we.
to 3,000 away.
No.
No, we were like
500.
6,000.
No, I thought it was 12,000 was the next.
No, it's like 16,000 is the next one. They
Yeah,
they
there's
start
a much bigger gap between
they start
levels
the
starting
gaps
from now on.
Yeah, it's like little giant. Then it starts leveling out a little bit again later, but
It's 14,000, right? Because we're at level 5.
I thought it was 16,000. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, 14
Okay.
for level 6.
Okay, yeah, we're still
Sorry.
pretty far away though. We were like
5,000
yeah,
away.
we were like
Oh, yeah.
5,000 away before we switched systems.
9,000.
Yeah, because I was at our current XP is at 9,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 5,000.
If it's milestone based anyway, it might not matter. He'll just decide. when
Here's a weird thing. The
time
amount
is.
actually goes down some levels. Like for instance, from 9 to 10 is like no, I'm sorry, from 10 to 11 is 19,000. From 11 to 12 is only another 15,000.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
That is
For-
weird.
Next level, do we get stats?
Next level's kind of next level's kind of boring. You
It's a
don't really
great
Yeah.
level for me.
It's not
You
too
get,
bad.
You
it's
get a
a
class feature.
thing.
Class
It's a
features. Oh yeah.
fantastic level for me.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, mine's not very good at all.
Yeah.
I think I get
Actually, yeah. And Toria's is he gets to move his shield to other people as a reaction.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
I get
Yeah.
to become a sand bear.
Well, that's part of why I want.
Sandy.
Yeah.
That's
Sandy
part of why the
Snatch
con book
Bear.
was awesome. With the
Oh,
extra hit
no.
points,
We're
you
never
don't
allowed
need the
to
shield
use those
himself.
words
He can
ever
just
again.
pass it around. The only problem is it is a reaction, so I can't counterspell or use the personal shield if I do that. But
Oh no, I get ability score improvement. That's 6.
oh, that's right. Fighters get more of those because they don't get as much
I don't get
other
a thing.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't look like I get
Which
anything.
ability score improvement can be a feat too, under our feat system, I believe.
Good game.
Yep.
Good game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was good.
So you may want to start looking at feats.
Very,
Awesome.
a lot more
when do feats come
explosive
into
than I
play?
expected it to
You
be.
can. We're using feats, so anytime you get ability score improvement, instead of taking the ability
It's
score
very
improvement, you can
explosive
take a feat.
today.
Expertise.
We had an
I get
explosive
expertise, so I guess I get
encounter.
another
Killed a lot of innocent people.
Where's the list of feats?
I'm sure they did
It's a
some
whole
bad in
chapter,
their
I think,
lives.
like-
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
I
They
get
probably
more
deserved
expertise, so
it,
I can choose
maybe.
2 more of my proficiencies to gain proficiency in.
Actually, it was a shady place we were at too.
I might recommend Detect
Yeah,
Friends
Dark
turning
Sun.
into Lich.
I don't think I have that one,
Oh, I'm sorry.
At this in general.
but I probably do perception since I haven't.
You
I
already have
already have
advantage
that
on-
one. That's right. I have
Oh.
investigation and perception already. So I might do sleight of hand.
Yeah, you might
Alright,
want
guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Later.